Breaking news on BP. The company wants to sell gas assets in Canada that may bring in $2 billion or more. Remember, they've been selling off assets to raise money for that $40 billion spill bill, so to speak, the cost of the Gulf oil spill. Joining us now is Bloomberg's news reporter Jeff McCracken. You broke the story. What is it that they're trying to sell exactly?
Think of it as pipelines and plants. These are natural gas pipelines and plants. So your methane, natural gas assets. They're seeking $2 to $2.5 billion. Process actually hasn't started yet. We understand they've hired a bank. They've hired Credit Suisse to run the process, and this will all get going early in 2011.
So they've been divesting assets like slowly, steadily over the past few months. How significant is this sale?
This is a big one because I don't think people necessarily knew this one was going to be coming. Okay. They've been shedding assets, as you said. They did a $7 billion deal with Apache. They had another $7 billion deal with the Chinese. I think so far they've shed about $21 billion in assets. They've said their goal is $30 billion, but now the bill for the Gulf of Mexico is up to $40 billion. So perhaps this gets them not quite as far as they thought, because they had anticipated early on it would be a $30 billion asset sale. Really, the goal here is they're getting rid of assets and businesses they think are slow growth. They want to get into exploration. Of course, the irony is exploration is what happened down in the Gulf of Mexico, and we see where that got them.
And natural gas considered not core to them. I mean, what's the push behind this not being key to the business? The low price of
it's slow growth. It's the low price now, and they just see it as a slow growth business they want to get out of, and that's what went on with the Apache deal earlier. They're just trying to get out of businesses they've been in for a few decades. They don't see as I said, as fast businesses that are growing as quickly as they would like. So they've got this. We think there'll be some private equity interest. We think there's probably a couple strategics probably in the next hour or so. We hope to report on some of the companies and private equity funds that'll kick the tires on this one.
So this isn't just that they're considering it, it's actually already moved through to shopping it?
It's got to the point, well, like I said, they hired Credit Suisse,
right.
But they went out and they talked to people to canvass the banks to see who they would hire to advise on this situation. The banks that didn't win it, then they turn and they start to find potential buyers. So they shift from trying to get the sell side mandate to the buy side mandate. So they're going to go out and, as I said, they're going to talk to the big private equity funds. There are a couple Canadian energy companies that might make sense, a couple of U.S. energy companies that might make sense. So I think this will be a pretty spirited process.
Can you tell us any names at this point? I know you're still working the story.
Still working on it. I think we need to nail down a few more details before we're comfortable enough to go there.
Okay, well,
nice try.
Stay tuned. Thanks very much, Jeff.